Are we done now?
Yes, we're done.
Thank you, Jesus.
You're welcome. Well, the light of Jesus shines in me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Is it a little late?
Maybe.
Welcome to another edition of This Is Truly News. We're doing it in the dark today. It's just Scott's little light shining for us.
I can make it a little bigger.
Doubt it. No.
Throw some gas on it.
There. Oh, can you wait till I get there?
Yeah, fine.
Drew, I bring marshmallows. Have Ian grab some chocolate, and you get the graham crackers. We're good.
All righty.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Welcome to This Is Truly News, home of whatever this is. Like, subscribe, and follow. We'd appreciate that. If you have a comment for us, you can leave it wherever you found us. Or you can, if you have a longer missive or a story you'd like to shell. Wow, that turtle thing is just hanging in there. I got to tell you. Yikes. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Question, comment, conundrum, or snark of the longer variety. And please send your snarks, because if they're well done, we love them, and if they're not, we'll mock them.
Yeah, there you go. It's that simple.
It's because we think we're superior, so carry on.
Yeah.
TITR@netradio.network.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
From the New York Post via Jessica Thompson.
Miss Jessica.
The Vegetable Orchestra.
The vegetable?
Yes, which only plays in...
What happened to vegetable?
This has an E in there.
They all do.
The vegetables?
It's a silent E.
Does tomato have an E in it?
It's like, oh, why does O have an H? We have no idea.
The Vegetable Orchestra, which only plays instruments that are carved out of vegetables.
I mean, why is there an X in Fred? We don't know.
Earned a Guinness World Record.
What?
They earned a Guinness World Record.
I thought that's what you said.
For the most concerts by a vegetable orchestra. Now, if you told me we were going to see a vegetable orchestra, I would have a very, very different picture in my head. I'd be thinking we were headed for Congress.
Hang on. If I...
See? That looks like
Vegetables.
a senator to me.
They're not just... I think it's asparagus.
Oh, okay.
They're not just for dinner anymore. They're for making cartoons out of.
The 11-piece orchestra, formed in Vienna, Austria in 1998, has performed a total of 344 concerts using specially made instruments such as a carrot recorder, a cucumber phone, radish bass flute, percussive...
Why am I picturing Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck?
That's exactly it. Percussive pieces of eggplant and a leek violin.
No, back up.
What?
Percussive
Pieces
of eggplant.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that it's either dried out or something, and they hollow it out and they tap it on, or tap something on it. I'm trying to figure out the leek violin. Leek is bendy. How are you going to get the string to work?
Maybe that is the string.
Oh, hadn't thought of that.
They use a gourd for the...
Quote,
Why am I helping them?
we believe we can produce sound that cannot be easily produced by other instruments. Really?
Given. That's a given.
Yeah. You can hear this difference. Especially when you crunch down on them. It sometimes sounds like animals. Sometimes sounds just like abstract sounds. The orchestra explains that on its website because they had to have one.
Hang on.
Yep.
If it really hurts up in here, stroke or...
Ooh, well, it's hard to say because it could be a stroke or it could be something much, much, much worse.
Oh, good.
The innovative group is constantly inventing new instruments, and they have to be prepared to improvise since the vegetables can break or dry out while they're on stage. After their concerts, they even serve the audience soup. made of the vegetables they had left over from preparing the instruments. Now we have all the vegetables we need. All we need is that one stone and some meat and more vegetables.
And a ring from a hobbit.
That's nice. The musicians, who come from backgrounds in genres like electronic, rock, punk, and classical, hope to show audiences that music can be created from just about anything. You can make music out of nearly everything. Each thing contains a very specific acoustic quality and represents an intricate universe of sound. I'm waiting for the right banana. Come on. Give me something. Each thing could be a tool to open up that point of view. The Creative Bunch, which tours around the world, only asks that people stop questioning them about whether or not they're all vegan or vegetarians. This is something I think we got to try with our politicians. They'd give them something to do.
Oh, I thought we'd make them into instruments.
We start with the orange man first.
I can tell you on a scale of 1 to 10,
like
this
carrot.
is a no.
Okay, fine. From 1 to 10
No.
to get a no, that's bad.
So we always hear about Florida man.
Yes.
There should be a costume with a cape. I don't care what Edna says.
We know how she is. She's old.
Now we have Florida women.
Yay?
35-year-old Kristen Middlestadt from the aptly named Frostproof. There's a place called Frostproof, apparently, in Florida.
Okay.
Likes to drive cars even when she shouldn't. We know this because she was recently arrested for knowingly driving without a license and fleeing to elude police. So she paid her bail and was released. And then she hopped into a silver Ford Mustang and went for a drive, according to Polk County Sheriff's Office. Must have had a bit of a heavy foot because the sheriff's deputies tried to stop her again.
Uh-huh.
Well, now our 35-year-old grew worried about going back to jail, so she decided she'd do what landed her in hot water in the first place.
She fleed again?
Yep, she put the pedal to the metal. Only now it's probably, some sort of ceramic or plastic.
Cardboard.
Yeah, probably. Well, depends on the car. Mustang? Yeah, probably a metal. If they did it, well, could be cardboard. She put the pedal to the metal and sped off from the cops twice.
That's like 4 times as many.
In a reckless dash until the cops, of course, did what cops always do in these instances. They stop you. This time there was no bail to pay. She's in jail. Same crime she was first arrested for, now just more of them.
It's efficient.
And possessing meth, I think, too.
I was waiting for that.
Yep. At a quick glance, Jessica Vargas has done nothing wrong. She has simply been charging rent from tenants living in a New York building that she owns. Except she may not actually own the building.
Well, this is creative financing if I ever saw.
I'll say our young lady grew up in the HDFC co-op building in New York's Williamsburg. Her father claimed ownership of the co-op shares, according to a document signed by him and his wife. And, by him and his wife. No tenants. Well, no other ones. After Dad died, the supposed ownership of the building transferred to daughter. She has since collected $442,000 in rent from the HDFC, none of which she reported, and has tried to sell the building at $1.4 million. If you put a B instead of an M there, you can have the Twins, probably. Even if...
That's a baseball team. Look it up.
Are they? Even if courts found Vargas actually does own the building, it's a co-op. All the rent money is supposed to go to maintaining the building's affairs, which aren't great, say the tenants, considering they already owe $42,000 in back taxes. Oh, no, we're not done.
Oh.
January 6th, 2025.
Dum, dum, dum.
Octavia Wells from Panama City, Florida, was looking to buy drugs. Fentanyl? Why would you want to buy fentanyl? Actually, if you buy any drugs, you probably might have some in there, so just separate it out. She got hold of a number that I don't know.
I'd like some fentanyl and eggs, please.
Over easy. The eggs? No, the fentanyl. I want the eggs scrambled. No, scratch that. Give me this. Anyway, she got hold of a number that supposedly belonged to a dealer, sent him a text. Can you guess what it was? Yes, it was a cop.
Yep.
The number belonged to the drug investigator at Bay County Sheriff's Office. He was more than happy to set up a meeting. She agreed to meet the dealer at a local gas station.
Why, certainly.
And when she got there, she was greeted by several more cops, arrested for various crimes, including possessing drug paraphernalia and driving without a license. Do you just think she might be like a cousin of the First Lady?
Well, they're related some way.
Well, yeah, meth or fentanyl, take your pick.
Yeah, exactly. From the Flathead Beacon Police Blotter.
Finally, a bit of as close to we get as normalcy.
6:15 a.m. A man called and said his wife hit him over the head with a phone after he choked her. You know, Ace, I think you earned that one. Right? 9:41 a.m. Yes.
There's the metaphor for news stories today.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
There's always that, other side.
That they rarely get to.
Hardly ever. Yeah.
9:41 a.m. A caller was frustrated about not being able to get in touch with law enforcement, but admitted he didn't answer the phone when an officer called him back. I wonder if it was the same guy from the other call.
No, that was a girl.
Oh, okay. 12:25 p.m. A man was advised.
Although,
a man was advised.
I'm pretty sure opposites don't attract that much, so it could be.
12:25 p.m. A man was advised not to cover his eyes while crossing the road. So that's not a call. That's just a police report.
That's shrewd.
Don't cover your eyes, dude.
The only time you cover your eyes and walk is if you're at the National Dizzy and Balance Center.
There you
have
go.
Alex with you. She'll help. She'll make sure you don't fall over and hurt yourself.
2:54 p.m. A business owner wanted Fast Phil to stop calling.
Fast
Phil. Well, that narrows
Phil.
it down to people maybe named Phil, who could possibly be Quick.
or her pharmacy.
Yeah, there we go. 6:09.
Possible.
That was beautiful. 6:09 p.m. Someone wanted to speak to an officer about the legality of stuff. And so they called 911. Finally, and you're welcome. 6:39 p.m. A disgruntled former employee kept leaving drunken voicemails that said, "Say goodbye to your God."
That's an angry drunk.
Yeah, it is, but exactly
What are you hoping?
what is he going to accomplish here?
Because I don't know, in my ears, that sounded, shall we say, menacing.
Right, but I mean, how is a God going to be menaced by that?
Well, maybe it's not, the God we all think of. Maybe it's like one of the lesser known gods.
Oh, you mean like Jerry?
Phil the God.
Phil the God. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Fast Phil the God.
You could probably he's at the drugstore. You can't miss him. Okay, last two Florida women's stories
Okay.
because I can. March of this year, an Orange County Sheriff's deputy responded to a fight at a 7-Eleven in Orlando.
They still have 7-Elevens.
Well, apparently in Orlando, as of March 6th. So
They're around somewhere. Yeah. There just aren't any around here.
hang on, someone's trying to call my new phone, which I hate.
You hate your new phone?
Oh man, they won't let me get into Facebook. Won't let me get into my Messenger stuff.
Oh.
And I don't have the app because I don't want the app.
And they always want to sync it.
And now you have to do the
They're a pain.
Point-to-point.
Yeah.
What is it? Point-to-point encryption. Well, those
Yes.
are all off, and you can't turn it on unless it's on. You can't get to it unless it's on. It keeps asking you for a PIN or some other form of ID. And now I have a new phone, so it's got the same number, but it keeps wanting to call my old phone.
Oh, sure, because that's not been changed. Yeah, I hear you. It's a pain in the butt. Such is the life of a Tony.
I hatest thou, Meta. I hatest thou urgently. On March 6, 2025, Orange County Sheriff's deputy responded to a fight at a 7-Eleven, which they apparently still have in Orlando.
Thank you.
A man and a woman had a tussle, so it seems, featuring a bizarre improvised weapon. According to the testimony, or if you're British, testimony, of the 7-Eleven...
I'm going with that from now on.
Of the 7-Eleven's employee who saw the fight, the involved man, Martin Milburn, had informed the woman of another man lying down next to the building. For some reason, Shanika Serdal heard him and didn't like what he said. So she grabbed a can of Pringles from a shelf and pummeled Mr. Milburn in the face with it. Being as it's a cardboard tube, it ripped open.
Pringles everywhere.
It also ripped up the right eyebrow and cheek bad enough that he was bleeding when authorities arrived.
Yeah, I could see that.
That could have actually been the Pringles. The cops found and arrested her soon after near the 7-Eleven, still holding the weapon.
Well, she might have needed it again.
Battered and bloody box can of Pringles. What I want to know is, was she still going to eat them? I mean, last but not least, wee hours of February 26th of 2025, deputies from Volusia Sheriff's Office responded to a call of vandalism.
Vandals.
According to the report, 2 young Florida women were spray painting and throwing eggs at an automobile. Yeah, that would be one of them iron horses. The cops found 2 ladies, 18-year-old Evelina Fabianski and an unnamed 16-year-old in the area. They have to be unnamed because they're only 16 and obviously bright as a bulb. I don't know. They matched the vandals' description, so the cops went to talk to them. That's what policemen do.
Yep.
Fabianski admitted that she and her friend had vandalized the car, explaining she was upset with her ex-boyfriend and decided to take revenge by ruining his vehicle. Country western singer does the Monday Night Football thing now, or no, the Sunday Night Football thing. Married to the hockey player. Can't
what's
think
her
of
name? Belle Biv DeVoe.
No.
Well, that came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Wrong decade. Wrong genre.
Shorty McFly. Squirty
Movie.
McSquirtleson.
This is going to bother me now.
What's her name?
She did her favorite song of mine was I don't even know, but her first one, remember? She gets all upset with her boyfriend and keys his car and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Next one is Jesus Takes the Wheel, because I'm guessing he cut her brake lines.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fabianski and her 16-year-old friend decided to take revenge by ruining his vehicle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the intel she had wasn't the best.
I was wondering about this. I thought maybe she took it out on somebody else's car.
Neighbors.
Oh.
Wrong vehicle, lady. So, Thunder Chick and Lightning Girl have been charged with various crimes, including underage intoxication. Because, let's be honest, an 18 and a 60-year-old shouldn't be any sort of intoxication.
But they're in Florida. It might be the law.
They also... that you had to be?
Yes.
Okay. Underage intoxication, marijuana possession, driving under the influence. See the previous 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and vandalizing a car.
That wasn't the right one.
Oh my! So close and yet. So far. You know the difference between genius and stupidity? Genius has limits.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.